Communication is used in our everyday lives. Every day we communicate with everyone around us, our roommates, our friends, our families, our teachers, etc. Oftentimes the first thing we think of with communication is speaking verbally, like how I am now. However, little do we know that most of our communication comes from speaking non-verbally. We send messages by the way we use our body, all by using our body language. Today I'm going to discuss about Chapter 6's nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is sending messages by using non-linguistic means. Nonverbal skills are extremely important. They portray our emotions, the way we want to be seen by other people, our personality, etc. On Mr. Peterson's PowerPoint online, he said that good nonverbal communicators are the best persuaders, which definitely makes sense because those who are very good at using their body language are able to portray what they want to say. We are always sending messages. Even when we are not speaking, we continue communicating by the way we use our body. Nonverbal communication never stops. Another thing with nonverbal communication is that it is relational. We act differently and use our body differently by the way we are around different people. For example, when I'm around my grandparents, I try to be more proper and have a better posture and speak more politely and try and act more politely and not as spastic or crazy. But when I'm with my friends, I tend to be more relaxed and loose and tend to have more fun, and my body language is a lot not as tense as it is with my grandparents. Nonverbal communication is also huge in conveying emotion. Even when we are walking around to different classes, when we have a slump posture, we convey that we are either tired or not good confidence or simply just not in a good mood. But when we have an upright posture, we show confidence and even happiness, etc. Even when we are sitting in class listening to a teacher, when we are slumped over with our hand by our face, we tend to look as if we are not interested or if we are tired or not having a good day. But when we are standing up straight and listening intently, with eyes straight forward, with a good posture, then it looks as if we are paying attention and we are interested in the lesson and we are wanting to be there. Another way we convey emotion is through our technology. Like on our cell phones when we are texting, we have little emoticons called emojis which portray the way we are feeling and our emotions by using little pictures, like little different smiley faces or sad faces, etc. Nonverbal communication has many different functions, and here are a few. The first function is repeating, which is acting out what you are saying. For example, when you're giving directions, generally people point to the general direction they are talking about and use their hand to signal the different turns, like right or left. A second function is complimenting. When you compliment someone, you tend to raise your eyebrows or smile. For example, when I am complimenting my friend and I like her outfit, I usually smile at her and look at her outfit, which shows my nonverbal language of telling her, I think your outfit is very cute. Also, another nonverbal language function is substituting, which is using nonverbal actions in place of answering a question. For example, when someone asks you, "What's up?" or "How are you doing?" and you give a little shrug to kind of show, I'm okay, or a nod and smile to show, I'm doing good. Another function is accenting, where when you are speaking, you use different body functions and different body languages to accent what you are saying. An additional function is regulating, which is used to control a conversation. This is when you drag out a certain word to show emphasis on the word, or use pauses in your language to add dramatic effect. Another function is deceiving. You can tell when someone is not telling the truth, or you can detect deceiving by the way they change from their normal personality or their normal body language to something that is not what they usually do. Like, for example, if someone is very fidgety, or you can tend to see that they're uncomfortable, you tend to know if they are not telling the truth. Nonverbal communication is also ambiguous. For example, when you go to restaurants or you see a sales clerk, they have a smile policy, which is to make you feel like you're friendly in their company or in their restaurant. Nonverbal communication is also very important in different cultures. In some cultures, it is way more important than others, and different signals are meaning different in others. For example, the OK gesture means affirmation here in America, but in France and Belgium, it means you're worth nothing. The different cultures and their actions, their nonverbal actions, come from their different beliefs and their different ways of living. In a scholarly article by Mark Ilnab, he says, everyone expresses a wealth of knowledge, beliefs, and experience regarding nonverbal communication. Also, a huge thing in nonverbal communication is facial emotions, which incorporate your eyes and every motion on your face. Facial emotions happen very quickly, which is hard to pick up, and it's hard to determine what is more common. Eyes can show a positive or negative emotion, and in the PowerPoint by Mr. Peterson, it mentioned that researchers noticed that there are 8 different types of ways your eyebrows can send different messages. All of this is incorporated in communicating nonverbally, and nonverbally communicating is huge, and like I said earlier, it never stops. It is a huge way that we use our interpersonal communication skills every single day. A professor of psychology from the University of Chicago named David McNeil stated, Many without thinking consider gesture as an established language and Many without thinking consider gesture as essential to language as speech and sound is. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation.